Shane, it's lucky you're... Even the plants here are confused. Whatever, man. Staten Island for you. Oh my God, what in the Zac Efron High School Musical am I getting into now? No.
Surprise! Welcome to the Monday Morning Magic surprise episode and social distance barbecue.
Why do you even need a bite? You're on grass. Nope, not doing it.
Whoa, monster, buddy. Oh.
What, Shane?
Puro monstro. Come on, buddy, we're having a barbecue. What, you think I'm gonna have a barbecue without my favorite luchador cubano?
Barbecue.
Yeah.
A barbecue.
A barbecue.
Let's look at your barbecue.
A social distance barbecue.
Where are the people? This is not a barbecue. This is a lonesome barbecue. Were you eating without us?
I had a little nosh. And come on, man, it's a social distancing
Where's John?
barbecue.
Where's Ivino? Where's Steve? Where's all these...
You think Iovino's driver's gonna take him to Staten Island to come eat hot dogs in my backyard? Huh? You think that I vacuum this pool all week so that the mayor of Scumbag City can come take a dip? I don't think so.
You have a point there.
All right.
A point there. All right.
So let's have a barbecue, a little interview.
All right.
A little paella.
You got paella.
A little elote.
Yeah,
So come on, take a seat. I got some questions for you. Hopefully you got some answers.
Yeah, I got
What do you
some
say?
answers. Yeah, all right.
All right.
Clean up your mess at least.
Got it. I figure first things first. Why don't I bring us out a couple of ice-cold bottles of Jägermeister for me and the monster? How's that sound? A little better?
Sounds good, man.
Sounds
I
good,
appreciate
right?
that. Yeah.
All right, you wait right here. Take a seat, king of the castle, and I'll be right back with those Jaegers.
This disaster you have here.
Oh, come on.
This is how you treat champions. You know what, Shane? This burger is actually really good, man.
Oh, yeah?
Thank you.
Well, why don't you wash it down with one of these bottles of Jaeger? Huh?
What is that?
Bottle of Jaeger. Ice cold, baby.
It's a... They're 50 milliliters each. There's 2 shots here, dude.
One of them's for me. I mean,
You can have them, Shane. I don't drink.
a little digestif.
I'm good. I'm good. 100% good.
All right.
I appreciate it, though. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheap bastard.
Jesus. Monsters.
Magic Kingdom, welcome to a very special edition of Monday Morning Magic. Our social distance barbecue, as it were, here today.
Surprise barbecue, right, Shane?
Speak of the devil, a very special episode today. Who better to have on this special return episode of Monday Morning Magic than a subject that's been featured probably more than any other subject on Monday Morning Magic, who's been interviewed more than any other subject on Monday Morning Magic, but yet the fans still want to know more. There's still more gold to mine. I'm talking about our Dark Arts champion, the second longest reigning Dark Arts champion in pro wrestling magic history, the one, Meadowlands Monster. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Shane.
Well, we miss seeing you in the ring. We miss seeing Magic Kingdom misses seeing everybody in the ring, pretty much.
Yeah.
But let's talk about you. Let's talk about day one. I've known you from day one. I've known you since the BC, as it were, as from Meadowlands
Sat
Monster.
in the crowd with you.
That's right. Sat in the crowd. We had a similar origin. We both two very different paths. But now, I've known you since day one. What is the difference of that Meadowlands Monster that I knew from day one, pre-day one, of the Meadowlands Monster that sits next to me right here, right now?
Well, a lot more knowledge when it comes to being in the ring and performing for people. A lot more confidence. When we first met, I was barely even I was just running ring crew. I wasn't even on the shows. And I remember telling you all the time outside of the shows, you know, I'm going to be in there one day. I'm going to be in there one day. I'm going to be in there one day. And you just kept pushing me for, yeah, do it, do it, do it, do it. And now you're announcing me.
Surreal.
You know, and I've been a champion for a little bit more than a year now. And just the people that I've worked with up to this point have taught me a lot. So, like, the confidence level has gone up. And you know, little things like I didn't have contacts back then.
Okay.
I was wrestling basically blind in the ring without my glasses.
Really?
So that was another kind of obstacle I had to try to overcome because I just couldn't afford contacts at the time. Got contacts as well now, and it's just everything is just so much more easier for me.
Wow.
So
the gift of vision, yeah. I can imagine that would definitely.
Like I able to see people I know in the crowd now, and before
good.
it was like, you know, play to the crowd, but it's just a bunch of blurry faces. Wow. So I couldn't see anything. So now I could see, and it's like you can get into it more.
Oh, wow.
And you feel more confident, and it's just a whole nother playing field for me.
Yeah, I can imagine like the aspects that would enhance. But yeah, like you say, recognizing people in the crowd. Some of the fans in Magic Kingdom you don't want to recognize.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for the majority, and of course we missed them. I was 100% of them. I would do anything to see right now,
I don't
for
think
sure.
there's any other fans that are as good as the ones we have.
Now
they're loyal.
That building, the Ridgefield Park building,
yeah.
like that's since become the mecca of wrestling in New Jersey.
Yeah,
like
man.
how important is that? Is that building more special to you than any other?
Listen, I know people probably hate the fact that I go around saying my building, my ring, but in reality, it's not me. It's not me being cocky, as more as it's me being protective over what I feel is mine. The Magic community is my home, it's my family, the fans, the people that work there, the people that run it, even the people that aren't part of Magic and just run the building. I've been there so much. Spend more time in that building than I do with my family sometimes. And I've grown to have a really great relationship with the men that run that building from the Knights of Columbus. And just showing everybody that for me, it's not like collecting a paycheck and just going. You know what I mean? It means more to that. It means something to me more than just. I'm not just showing up just to get paid. I'm showing up to better my wrestling, better my persona, better what people view of me in every aspect. So I take it very seriously. That building is my home, and I'll always protect it.
Well, your work ethic, like, you know, in general, and especially in regards to that building, as far as you take care of it, I mean, your work ethic is undeniable. Like, you have such a drive, such a driving force in you with your work ethic. There's very few people you can say are craftsmen, and I would definitely apply that term to you. I definitely think that you're a craftsman in this industry and in this business. You're constantly looking to better yourself, and we see that, you know, every match. Now, for Wrestle Magic, you've seen your different share of types matches. You've had hand-picked opponents. You've had open challenges.
Most of my opponents were handpicked.
Certainly, okay.
I haven't been able to pick any of my opponents.
No, though, try as you might. You know,
Yeah.
I've seen some attempts.
I've tried, but I take it as it comes. It don't matter to me who I wrestle.
No, okay. I
But
agree.
correct yourself there. They've all been handpicked.
They've all been
and not by
handpicked.
me, that's for sure.
Now, if you had to pick them, given that opportunity, let's start. You know, let's not be pie in the sky. Let's be realists. In the Pro Wrestling Magic locker room, who would you like to prove yourself against that you feel that you have unfinished business against, or that you want to, you know, embolden your title reign against?
Man, there's a lot of guys. Are we talking Magic roster, or are we talking anybody that comes into that building?
Well, in light of recent events, that you challenges you made that
Oh,
you know
I wasn't even
were
thinking about that, but
controversial.
okay.
Let's not even say names. Let's
I
not say
gotcha,
names.
I gotcha.
But for the fairness of this discussion, let's say in a Pro Wrestling Magic locker room, you look around that locker room, you know, you can say, all right, I've defeated this opponent, I've defeated it. Is there someone that you see in that locker room that you feel you have unfinished business against? Someone that perhaps you haven't even gone against yet, that you feel that your title reign maybe doesn't mean as much as it does until you've defended against that certain.
Well, Smiley is one person I definitely need to work again. I had the privilege of working with Smiley. He actually wrestled me for my Dark Arts title on on your Shane Flair's Gold Glove treatment.
That's right.
For Go Pro Wrestling.
Thank you, Go Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, thank you, Go Pro Wrestling. But I feel like the Magic Kingdom needs to see that match.
I believe so.
That's somebody definitely. You know what? I'm going to throw it out there because it's somebody that I wouldn't mind getting in the ring with. Would be Pinky Sanchez.
Okay.
I would love to work Pinky Sanchez if he ever felt like it.
Certainly, that match we've seen a little bit online. We've seen it on Facebook. You two sparring, maybe.
I just feel like I need to show him that I'm not a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's not even an aspect of anger or being an asshole. Pardon the French. It's more of maybe showing him what I can do in the ring. Maybe he'll have a different view of me and not be so hard-headed.
So at a respectful standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. You would
because
like
listen, I'm not going to take away from the fact of anything that's happened in the locker room with me and Pinky. That's whatever. I don't hold grudges. I'm not going to wish anything negative on the guy.
Sure, right.
But I feel like there is a little disrespect coming from maybe both our ends, and I just need to. I would love to get an opportunity to show him that I'm not a fly-by-night type of dude.
Two people I have a lot of respect for. I would like to see you sit down at some time and maybe set aside the BS before you approach the in-ring.
Yeah, and listen, the BS is set aside. I don't care.
I believe so.
I got other things to worry about. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But I've always supported it. I've supported Pinky. I've supported what he's done. But there's certain situations where I can't support certain things that, not just what Pinky does. There's a lot of people that do messed up things. But I would like that match, definitely.
I understand.
But literally, I would love to work everybody in the locker room. There's not, as far as Magic roster goes, I think we got one of the most loyal, hardworking rosters out there.
Absolutely. Everybody's, fighting for their spot.
Absolutely.
And rightfully
And people show up early. The people that have been coming to training and helping out and stuff like that. It's like I used to do ring crew with me, Lawrence, and Mikey, and now I have a crew. Now I have people that come to help and want to be a part of this. So,
show and prove.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, with that ring crew, you mentioned some names. Mikey, Lawrence, Young Boy, Louis Lindo, Chris Ryan. One of my hugest favorite. I love Vargas. You don't have to even Los Salvajes. I'm a huge fan of Rojas. And now let me say, Vargas and Reyes. Huge fan of both of them. Now, a lot of young guys, like I mentioned, Louis Lindo, Chris Ryan. Like I said, my personal favorite out of that group, Mantis. I'm a big Mantis fan. Man. Out of this young crop that we see around Pro Wrestling Magic, they're bustling, paying their dues. Yep. A lot of good mentalities I see among these guys. Absolutely. Where they're looking maybe from your Craftsman vibe. Maybe they're picking up on that. Out of that young crop, who's somebody that you look at and I'm not going to say you have fear, because you're not one that I know to have fear, but that you maybe are a little apprehensive about that in 5 years you see this young lion that might be going for your jugular in 5 years. Out of that young crop, who do you see?
It's a good question, Shane, but I'm not, I could be 80 years old and I don't see anybody a threat to me. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. There are a lot of young talent out there that have been stepping up for Magic. JJ Adams right now is probably my favorite.
I can't believe I skipped him and Boom Hard.
That's why I had to bring JJ and Boom. Two great kids. They're great workers. They're hard workers. These are two kids that don't have rides sometimes. They take buses and trains to get to wherever they have to. I drive JJ to every Magic show. He calls me first thing in the morning. Hey, do you mind giving me a ride? He shows up. He helps out. Even if he's not in the car, he stays to the end of the show. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of good. Mantis is a freaking nature. That kid awesome. is going to go places. Louis Lindo. There's a lot of young guys. For Lawrence has had 2 matches now, I think, right? 2 or 3 matches. Right. Mikey had a surprise match with Jay George.
Certainly.
And it makes me feel good because I did the work in getting this started for them. That was another thing around the whole internet about people acting like I was training people. I'm not training anybody. I'm in the training with these people. All I did was facilitate the building, and I got people to come and want to train these kids. And now we have something building slowly, and people come. It started with like 4 people. Now we got like 12 to 15 people. And we're not trying to get money out of them. We're just giving somebody an opportunity that they might not have anywhere else.
It's true.
You come, you help out. You set up the ring, you break down the ring, you pay your dues, you'll get an opportunity. Look at Vargas. Vargas started coming to the training. Vargas now does shows for Magic. One hand washes the other. Steve's going to see that. Steve's going to see you coming and training and helping you out and working on Monday Morning Magic. And look at, like, these kids are getting opportunities now. How many times has JJ been on our show now? And not Monday morning.
No, on the main show.
On actually main show.
You deserved it every single time, man.
I defended my title against him.
Exactly.
He wrestled against John. These kids are getting opportunities. And that's all I've ever asked for. So for me to be able to be giving this to kids, my job's complete. I'm good, man.
Now, speaking of Show Me Love, which I hear playing in the background, let's show a little love to John Tella, right?
Absolutely.
I know a name that, you know, I don't know what reaction it gets out of you. I know you have a lot of respect for this guy, and I know that, you know.
All gimmick aside, I would wrestle John any day of the week. I'd give my shirt off my back for that kid.
This is a cliche question that you hear a lot in these rivalries. Do you feel that maybe this rivalry may have taken years off your career? That knowing John Tella and having to face him in the ring like the doorways to the Dark Arts match, is that whittling away at the supposed bump card? Is it punching your bump card quicker than it would be?
I see it as it's extending my bump card.
Okay.
Because for me to have the matches that I've had with John, every time I've had a match with John, it's been a barn burner. It's been a fight to the finish. It wakes you up. It makes you feel alive. When I leave those matches, you feel alive. You feel like accomplished. You feel like you went to war. And I haven't had that feeling with a lot of people other than Pain, because I still hurt from Pain's match.
Really? Now that's ironic that you say it makes you alive, because I remember in the doorways of the Dark Arts match, looking at you after John Tella threw you, not successfully, through a very hard table, laying on the floor. It's hard to imagine that makes you feel so alive, because it almost looked like you were close to death.
You know what it is, man? You get put in a situation where it's like fight or flight, and you're down on the ground and you can't feel your legs for a moment, and you're sweating so much that you feel like you're gonna pass out. You could taste the salt in your mouth because your mouth's so dry. You know what I mean? And it kind of shows you what you are as a man. Because if I don't get up and keep defending what I believe is the best title in Pro Wrestling Magic, then why am I the champion?
It's true.
If I can't take that and keep coming back and coming back and coming back, then I shouldn't be the champion.
I respect that. But is he always going to be a thorn in your side? Now, we spoke earlier in this program about maybe that he'd be a good potential tag team partner against you. We spoke earlier.
I don't think the world of wrestling is ready for that.
Yeah.
I don't think they would let that happen. Because if you put me and John together, there's no tag team that's going to stop us.
Huh. Another man you mentioned, Adam Payne. Now, it's difficult to approach you with, because, you know...
Here we go.
You know how I feel about this already. I haven't made my opinion very vocal on the Pro Wrestling Magic message, on the group page or anything. His streak, I believe it's 454 days.
Something like that.
I might be off on the number, but roughly 454 days. You're approaching that. You're approaching that rapidly.
412 or something like that right now.
Okay. Now the problem that I have with that, and I think a lot of Magic Kingdom might have with that, is you haven't stepped... Now, we've had a defense. You haven't stepped in a Pro Wrestling Magic ring, not by choice,
3 months.
by situation, since March. So shouldn't that streak... Now, you're going to fight John Preacher in April, okay? That was going to be a rough match. Let's say you made it through that. Let's say you beat Preacher.
You're taking a page out of Jimmy's book, aren't you?
No, I'm just saying... Let's give the benefit of the doubt. You beat
Okay.
Preacher, so now you're up to 300. How many days now?
That would have been a year, actually.
That would have been a year. So currently, what is the number?
If I'm not mistaken, it's like 412,
Okay.
something like that.
No.
420, 2019.
All right. Now that's troubling to me, because I believe that in absentia, that the streak should be paused The streak should be paused because in these months you haven't had a defense, not by choice. Again, I'll stress that, by situation.
Right.
Given that situation, I don't think that this streak should keep, gradually increasing. And you're now nipping at the heels of the longest streak that a champion has ever had. Any championship, tag team, women's, dark arts, and the Pro Wrestling Magic Championship. None of those have been held as long as Adam Payne has held the Dark Arts Championship.
Well, to cut you off right there, and not throwing shade at you, Mr. Payne, but I didn't have 90-pound dudes I wrestled. I didn't beat guys in a second. I was tossed into every match, every title defense that I had was a battle. Constantly getting hit with chairs. Constantly getting hit with candlesticks. Constantly being thrown on the outside. Constantly being taken advantage of from behind. Myers burnt me. Myers tried to handcuff me. I was put in a match against Josh Briggs and John Silver. I was put in a match against Darius Carter. I was put in a match against Donovan. I was put in a match against... You're telling me that just because we have a pandemic, that my streak should stop because I didn't defend it?
And what I'm
Which
saying...
it makes sense. It makes sense. But the work I put into Magic, not only in the ring, outside the ring, the way I promote Magic, the way I promote the title, do you forget that I defended it recently in some freaking beach, mud bath, backyard? Do you forget that?
No.
I'm the only one doing this. While everybody else is home complaining about being fat and not working out and not doing anything, I was out defending it. I was out making moves. So, what I told Magic, the higher-ups, that when we do come back, I wouldn't be against having a gauntlet match. Give me a guy for every month that I missed in one match. Put a time limit on it if you want. I gotta defeat, 3 months now we've been out? Alright, so we're up to 3 guys. By the time we get back, hopefully in June, that'll be 4 guys.
What if the streak was put on pause until that gauntlet match? Until you... for me, it is almost...
So Payne was injured when he was Dark Arts champion. Did he put a pause onto his title reign?
Not necessarily, but I mean, this is a 3-month vacation.
Oh, but he missed a month of action and you didn't put a hold on to those 30 days.
No.
So that would bring his title reign down a little bit, wouldn't it? But what?
But this is a 3-month...
I was in the locker room busting my ass when Adam Payne was injured. And he was still a champion. And nobody ever said put an asterisk on his reign. Why? Because he's a veteran? Why? Because he's a good old boy? Why? Why do I always have to get the brunt of everything? Why do people always want to talk shit about me? Why do people always want to put me down? I'm tired of it, Shane. And I'm not going to lose my shit with you, bro. I'm not. Because I really, really appreciate you for everything.
Okay.
But don't fucking get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Because I will put you through this grill and your fences without even thinking twice. Don't disrespect my title reign, because every match I've had, I've come out of it limping and in pain. Every match I've had. You should know, you've been at every one. Even the ones in New York that weren't with Magic. Even the ones in Pennsylvania. Everywhere I go. I'm a sideshow freak to people. Promoters look at me as a Frankenstein. We're going to see what promoters think of me when I'm holding every heavyweight title in New Jersey.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, there we got a good glimpse at the present and future of the Meadowlands Monster. Now, let's go into the past. We have a clip here. We have a great match early from your career against the Jersey Muscle Jock, Steve Gibki. Let's take a look at what was a great match. Don't you agree?
Gibki's a great dude, man. I respect that dude 100%.
At least we can agree on something
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's take a look.
Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. It's your boy Jimmy Riot, and although I wasn't invited to the barbecue, I'm here to do commentary for one of possibly the best matches that's ever happened inside the walls of the Kingdom. Steve Gibki, the Doer, the Jersey Muscle Jock, taking on the Meadowlands Monster from way back in the day, 2018. And already we got some fists flying, some chops flying from Mr. Steve Gibki, the Jersey Muscle Jock, who is very game here tonight, knowing he has quite a 7+ foot tall mountain to climb, known as the current Pro Wrestling Magic Dark Arts champion, the Meadowlands Monster. Raining down fists of fury, but the Monster having none of it. Going for the clothesline, nobody home. Big chop, but the Monster blocks it, throws the hand out of the way, and just throws the Jersey Muscle Jock over the top rope. My goodness! Way out to the floor, ladies and gentlemen, of the Kingdom. We don't use mats here in the Pro Wrestling Magic Kingdom because, quite frankly, we ain't got time for that. Up over the top rope, the Monster walks, going out to get his opponent back in the ring. Steve Gibki seems to be on spaghetti legs, ladies and gentlemen. And then a big couple of right hands to the chest and then one up on the side of the head. Big stinger splash into the corner from the Monster. Here goes the Irish whip. Big back body drop up and over. Must have gone 10 feet in the air on that one. For a guy who doesn't know how to let people show up to a barbecue, he sure knows how to suplex a dude out of his shoes. Anyway, thank you for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen, on this very special surprise episode of Monday Morning Magic. And although we are not in the Kingdom, we are very happy to be able to bring you some of the best that Pro Wrestling Magic has to offer, and these two are certainly that. My God! 5 fingers to the chest. What an incredible chop across the chest of the Jersey Muscle Jock from the Meadowlands Monster. Slowly getting back up to his feet. I don't think I'd ever get back up to my feet personally. Going for possibly for snake eyes there up on the top turnbuckle, but Steve Gibki saying, no sir, coming in with that forearm. And another one, a diving forearm. Any other person, any other being on this planet would have been down after one, but it took 3 to throw the Meadowlands Monster out of the ring, nearly into the front row. But here comes the Jersey Muscle Jock. Tope, no. 2 hands around the throat. Oh! The eyes of Steve Gibki really told the story on that one, ladies and gentlemen. The Monster, back at this point in 2018, no title yet, but with plenty to prove to the Magic masses out there. Going for snake eyes again, but Steve Gibki had him scouted. Here we go again, and a tope suicida directly into the Meadowlands Monster, sending him in deep into the second row. Sending a lot of the Magic masses running for safety on that one. Gibki saying that he is a doer, and he definitely did on that one. But the Monster, not to be, oh God, damn it. Not to be outdone, just with a Uranagi on the ring apron. Jeez Louise. Talk about people with an unenviable position here. The referee has to try and maintain some sort of some semblance of respect and some sort of semblance of control here. Up to a count of 7 already. Jesus. Like I said, I would have been down after the first chop, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how the Jersey Muscle Jock is even going. He beats the count, but just barely back into the ring. No titles on the line here, ladies and gentlemen. Just respect and bragging rights. Another stinger splash from the Meadowlands Monster, but a big boot out of the corner from the... No, you got to be kidding me. Going for a German suplex on the Meadowlands Monster is like expecting good food out of McDonald's. It's just not going to happen. It'll get you there, maybe. Ooh, Insaguri! Right along the ear. You got to believe that the Meadowlands Monster, his ears are rigged. Oh! You've got to be kidding me! But no, the back is giving out, and a big boot right to the chest from the Meadowlands Monster. Meadowlands Monster at this time, I believe this was before the mayor of Scumbag City ended up cutting his hair during that Fans Bring the Weapons match. And a very disrespectful cover after the leg drop. Gotta hold the shoulders down or grab the leg, man. I mean, jeez. But I mean, you don't get to the top of the middle of the mountain without throwing your brass balls around, I suppose. Anywho, my differences with the Meadowlands Monster aside, he is putting on quite a clinic here in how to beat up a person who is as strong as the Jersey Muscle Jock is. Uh-oh, going a little old school here, up and down across the arm. The impact of that move, so incredible, it sent Steve Gibki bouncing off of the mat. And another just pressing cover. Gibki able to get that shoulder up. I don't understand the path of travel here on that one, but I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this match is you think of Pro Wrestling Magic, the hierarchy of competitor here in Pro Wrestling Magic, and you think obviously in the top 3, top 5, you're gonna have Steve Gibki, you're gonna have the Meadowlands Monster, and oh wait, got him goozled up, and look at the power, the strength of the 7'1", 300+ pound Meadowlands Monster, but not to be denied is Steve Gibki, who is just reining in these Jersey Muscle right hands. Now he's got him in a sleeper hold. Can he put the monster to sleep? Can he possibly put the monster to sleep? I mean, ever since he awoke from the swamps of Secaucus, I don't think I've ever even seen the monster take a nap, let alone go to sleep in the center of the ring. Look, the arm is down for one. Oh, no. Says the Meadowlands Monster. He is well alive here, sending a sharp elbow right into the upper part of the ribs, just right into, oh, and then a headbutt to the chest, right into the breastplate of the Jersey Muscle Jock. This match, ladies and gentlemen, is not for the faint of heart, I assure you. Steve, though, luring the Meadowlands Monster in. Big spine buster! Hooking the leg too, and Jesus. No way. The power, though. I mean, as impressive as it was for the Meadowlands Monster to kick out there, you got to think of how the power of the Jersey Muscle Jock came into play there. Able to lift up 300+ pounds. And the Meadowlands Monster's a lean 300 pounds, too. Just, oh, almost went for the, oh, super kick! Super kick! Followed up by a big elbow! Big back fist! No way! German suplex! Going for the cover, 1, 2, and Jesus! I know that I've asked this question plenty of times, whether it be in the situation that we are facing here today or in person. But what does it take? What does it take to keep the Meadowlands Monster down? Steve Gibki, though, seems to have an idea in his head. Oh, no way! Look at the power! Look at the power! Big torture rack slam! You gotta think that the shoulders being on the coccyx and being in the center of the shoulders like that. 1, 2, and still just a 2 count. Although you could see, as I said earlier, that the story was being told through the eyes of Steve Gibki. The glazed over look in the Meadowlands Monster's eyes certainly tells the story that he may have a higher mountain to climb than he thought. Oh my God. The monster just sat up. The monster is here. The monster cometh. Will he choke slam? God damn it. 1, 2, that's gotta be... What? Somehow, some way, the Jersey Muscle Jock was able to roll his shoulder up. I don't know if there's ever been... Oh, we're losing a layer of clothing. The shoulder straps have come down. That is a +3 to strength, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if you're keeping score at home, but that does not spell good things for... Wait a second. Snap German suplex. Sending the big man down, but a lariat stops that momentum for the moment of the Jersey Muscle Jock, who is all but... Wait a second. Here we go. Wait a second. Festus Bomb! Fester Bomb! Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3. Jesus. Well, the Meadowlands Monster is your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Next time, invite your boy Jimmy Riot to the barbecue.
See you later, Shane.
Oh, come on. Where you going, monster buddy? Buddy! I thought we were going swimming.
No swimming.
Marco Polo? We're supposed to play Marco Polo. Chicken fight. Let's have a chicken...
With who? There's 2 people here. Who are we chicken fighting with?
Just me riding around on your shoulders like a chicken fight. Practicing.
Bye, Shane.
All right. Guess I'll watch that AMS trailer by myself then.
You do that.
Okay. It's really good. All right.
Yo, Alex! Yeah. Alex! Yeah. There you are. Hey, Did you believe nobody has accepted our challenge yet? It's been weeks, Steve. It's been weeks. And still nobody has the guts to step and sit at our table. Guess we shouldn't be that surprised, to be honest, but hey, we've got an idea. Nobody wants to bring the fight to us. Why don't we just bring the fight to them? Steve! Let's go hunting.